Welcome friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Myself Professor Parag Sausani, Department of Civil Engineering at Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Junagadh. In the previous video lectures, we are discussing about the tachyometry and theodolite traversing. We are also discussing about the theodolite traversing and the tachyometry. We are also discussing about the substance bar system and the distance and elevation formula derivation. In the now present session, we are discussing about the tachyometry formulas for different site condition and the errors which can arise during the field survey. Today, we are discussing about the tangential methods. In this method, the steady air are not used. The reading being taken against the horizontal tracer. To measure the staff intercept, two pointing of the instrument are therefore necessary. This necessitates measurement of vertical angles twice for one single observation. In this method, readings at two different points on a staff are taken against the horizontal crosshair and corresponding vertical angles are noted. That is the simple phenomena for tangential method. Both the angles are angle of elevation. First case are arise when both angles are in elevated positions, right? So that is some of the notation that should be given on figure. At the P is the position of instrument, Q is the staff station, M is the position of instrument axis, AB is the position values, right? It is also called a staff intercept. S alpha 1 and alpha 2 is angle of elevation corresponding to A and B. Now D is the horizontal distance between P and Q. V is the vertical distance between horizontal line of sight and lower vane. H is the height of instrument. And V is the vertical distance between horizontal line of sight and lower vane. Smaller h is equal to height of lower vane above the foot of the staff. Now from BMQ dash and AMQ dash, from triangle BMQ dash and AMQ dash, that's that triangle AMQ dash and BMQ dash, right? We consider triangle AMQ dash and BMQ dash. For the different triangle, the value of elevation V is equal to, for BMQ dash case, D tan alpha 2 and AMQ dash triangle is V plus S is equal to D tan alpha 1, right? V plus S is equal to D tan alpha 1. Subtracting first equation from second, we get S is equal to D tan alpha 1 minus D tan alpha 2. Now separating the D terms, and we can get the another equation, S is equal to D tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. If you want to find out the value of distance from that our staff to the our instrument station, so we have to put the values in the distance formula. D is equal to S upon tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. Now after getting that equation, we have to put the value into the first equation, V is equal to D tan alpha 2 directly, or we have to put that whole phenomena into that equation, and we can get direct the elevation formula. V is equal to S tan alpha 2 upon tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. Now if you want to find the RL of Q, is equal to RL of P plus H plus V minus R. Now in the second case, both the angles are at depressed position. So we can derive in the same way, but some only minor change is that we have to subtract the angle alpha 2 minus alpha 1 and major angle is alpha 2. So directly we can derive that formula inversely, like V is equal to S tan alpha 2 upon tan alpha 2 minus tan alpha 1, and RL of Q is equal to RL of P minus RL of P plus instrument at H minus V minus R. Now we are moving to our third case. In that case, one angle is elevated and one angle is depressed. So for case 3, we have to calculate the separately each elevation and distance, and we have to simplify into the formulate manner for calculation purposes. First, in that first case, we have to consider triangle AMQ dash and BMQ dash. V is equal to D tan alpha 2 as per the triangle 90 right angle triangle principle. S minus V is equal to D tan alpha 1. Now we have to add 1 and 2 because we have to cover the whole region of A to B. In the past cases, we have to subtract from one region to another region. So we have to add first equation to second, and we can get the value of S is equal to, we can get the equation S is equal to D tan alpha 1 plus D tan alpha 2. Now separating the term D, and we can get the equation S is equal to D is equal to S upon tan alpha 1 plus tan alpha 2. From equation 1, we can directly put the value of D by using that above formula, or we also put that values in the formulate form into that equation, and we can get the equation V is equal to S tan alpha 1 alpha 2 upon tan alpha 1 plus tan alpha 2. RL of Q is equal to RL of P plus H minus V minus R. RL of Q is equal to RL of P plus H minus that distance V minus R. So we can get the value of Q. Now what is the disadvantages of tangential method? As two vertical angles have to be measured, it takes more time compared with stadia method. The error will occur if the instrument gets disturbed between the two observations. There may be change in atmospheric reflection in the period between the two observations, which will cause error. The reading are not easily reduced to horizontal distance and vertical intercept. Now, tachyometry field procedure. The following operations involves in the field tachyometry work. First, we have to establish the control point of known coordinate. After that, we have to set up the instrument at a reference point. After that, we have to read upper middle air and lower airs. After that, we have to release the rod portion for movement to the next point. Release and record the horizontal angle, azimuth. Read and record the vertical angle, zenith, and to determine the reduced level of the station. Now next, that is the simple tachyometry field procedure like reconnaissance, fixing station, field party, and field observation or field book. Now, first we have to derive the formulas for different cases before we starting the tachyometry survey. Now distance and elevation formula for staff vertical and inclined line of sight. That is the sum of the notation has been given for that below pictures. That is the figures are used for line of sight is inclined, where the P is the instrument station, Q is the staff station, M is the position of instrument axis, O is the optical center of objective, ACB is equal to point corresponding to reading of the 3 airs, and S is equal to AB. I is equal to stadia interval. E is equal to inclination of line of sight from the horizontal. L is equal to length of MC measured along the line of sight. D is equal to horizontal distance. V is equal to vertical intercept. H is equal to height of instrument. R is equal to central air reading, and beta is equal to angle between the two extreme rays corresponding to the stadia air. Now draw the line A dash CB dash normal to the line of sight OC. Angle A dash C is equal to 19 plus beta by 2. A dash C is equal to 19 plus beta by being the exterior angle of delta COA. That is the exterior angle of delta COA, right? So that angle and that angle are same. Now similarly for COB, an angle OB dash C, the angle BB dash C is equal to 19 minus beta by 2. Since beta by 2 is very small, we can see in the picture is that beta is the very small and beta by 2 is a smaller with compared to any other angles. So the angle A dash C and B dash C may be approximately taken equal to 90. So A dash C from A dash from delta A dash C in the picture is from delta A C and A dash C is equal to AC cos theta. The value of A dash C is equal to AC cos theta. That is the value of cos. We are using the cos function for finding the A dash C line. For A B dash, for A dash B dash is equal to AB cos theta and AB is equal to S. We are seeing in the figure is that AB is equal to S. Since the line AB is perpendicular to the line of side OC, equation D is equal to KS plus C. That case are considering for A dash B dash line is staff held perpendicular to the line of sight. So we are using the formula for distance and elevation when the line of sight is horizontal and staff held perpendicular to the line of sight. So the MC is equal to L. L is equal to K A dash B dash plus C is equal to KS cos theta plus C. For the horizontal distance, D is equal to L cos theta. Now, what is the value of D? The D is equal to that angle is theta and that value is L. So, D is equal to L cos theta. Now, we are putting the value of L into that equation. Ks cos theta plus C multiplied by cos theta. So, we can get the equation of distance Ks cos square theta plus C cos theta. For V is equal to L sin theta. See in that figure, V is equal to sin theta of the sine function. V is equal to L sin theta is equal to Ks cos theta plus C into sin theta. So we can get the equation Ks cos theta into sin theta plus sin theta. So we can convert that equation into the shorter format by using the mathematical rule. Cos theta into 2 cos theta into sin theta is equal to sin theta by 2. But we can use that second degree of angle. So Ks sin 2 theta by 2 plus C sin theta. So from the equation 1 and 2 we can derive the distance and elevation or finding the distance and elevation by using the field book data. Now in the next case, elevation of the staff station for angle of elevation. And second case is the elevation for the staff station for the angle of depression. In that both cases, the formulas are same, but only the calculation of elevation of staff station are different. In that elevation of instrument station plus H plus V minus R, and elevation of staff station for the angle of depression is equal to elevation of Q is equal to elevation of P plus H minus V minus R. Now in the next case is distance and elevation formula for staff normal and line of sight is inclined. Line of sight at an angle of elevation theta. That is the angle of elevation is theta and line of sight is inclined, right? That is the side of line of sight is inclined, and staff is normal to the line of sight. Now AB is equal to staff intercept test. CQ is equal to R. R is the distance from the bottom to the middle reading of staff. With the same notation as in the last case, we have MC is equal to Ks cos plus theta plus C. Right? The value of M to C or the D is equal to Ks cos theta plus C. Ks plus C. Sorry. The horizontal distance between P and Q is given by MC dash plus C dash Q dash. We have to add their distance into the MC dash. So put the value into the equation. That value is R sin theta. We are seeing in the picture is that value is equal to R sin theta, and MC dash value is L cos theta. So we are putting the value of L into the equation Ks plus C cos theta plus R sin theta, and V is equal to L sin theta. So Ks plus C into sin theta. That is the equation. We also convert it into the simplified format also. Now in the second case, line of sight at an angle of depression theta. Now line of sight at an angle of depression theta. Figure shows the line of sight depressed downward. So the value of MC, M to C is equal to L is equal to Ks plus C. The distance perpendicular to the our staff is equal to Ks plus C. So D is equal to MQ dash plus D is equal to MQ dash, because line of sight and our staff is far from the our horizontal or vertical axis of sight. Now MQ dash is equal to MC dash minus Q dash C dash. So MC dash is equal to L cos theta, and Q dash C dash is equal to R sin theta. Right? Q dash C dash is equal to R sin theta. The D is equal to Ks plus C cos theta minus R sin theta, and V is equal to L sin theta is equal to L. Put the value of L and we can get the equation Ks plus C sin theta. Now analytic lens. Analytic lens, it is an additional lens generally provided in the external focusing tachometer between object glass and eyepiece. Advantages of analytic lens: for calculation of horizontal and vertical distance is concerned, if tachometer is provided with analytic lens, the calculation become a simple. It is the special convex lens fitted in between the object glass and the eyepiece at a fixed distance from the object glass inside the telescope or tachometer. The function of analytic lens is to reduce the stadia constant to 0. When the tachometer is fitted with analytic lens, the distance measured between instrument station and the staff position becomes directly proportional to the staff intercept. Analytic lens is provided in an external focusing type telescope only. It is absorbs some light and reduces the brightness. Now we are moving to the substance bar system. Generally, it is a metal bar consists of 3 markings, one middle and two another at side. It have a similar distance from middle to both sides, like 1 meter. 2 meter substance bar is given in figure. For measurement of substance bar system, for measuring the distance, D is equal to cot alpha 2, because subtended angle is alpha. These pictures represent the top view, right? This not represent the side view. This represent the top view. So we are working in the horizontal plane, not in a vertical plane. Now for distance 80 to 160, right? D1 is equal to cot alpha 1 by 2 and D2 is equal to cot alpha 2 by 2. So total D is equal to D1 plus D2. For distance 160 to 350 meter, right? If we are increasing distance more and more, then our subtended angle becomes smaller and accuracy is decreased. Now for distance 160 to 350 meter, we are using this formula. X is equal to, that is distance is x. So we have put theodolite 1 and that is the theodolite 2. X is equal to what? 2d, right? 2d raised to 1 half. That value gives the value of x. Now x is equal to cot alpha by 2, right? That is the half angle. So we are putting cot alpha by 2 and d is equal to x cot beta. Total distance between the theodolite is x cot beta. The d is equal to x by 2 cot beta by 2. Now that is the d is equal to x by 2 into cot beta by 2. If our length is 350 to 800 meter, so we are using that phenomena. We are getting the two theodolite and one here, and we can cite that alpha angle and that beta 1 and beta 2 angle. X is equal to 0.7 2d raised to 1 half and x is equal to cot alpha by 2. So the value of d is equal to x cot beta 1 plus cot beta 2 and d is equal to x by 2 cot beta 1 by 2 plus cot beta 2 by 2. Error sources. Now there have been 4 types of error sources during the tachyometric survey. First is the staff reading. If you are read staff incorrectly, so our staff intercept become a errors and we can get the error reading. Tilt of the staff. If we are holding the staff tilted, so our reading are changed and we can get the, we can put, when we are putting that our values into equation, we can get the wrong reading. Next is the horizontal angle, right? If we are not at the wrong horizontal angle during the substance bar method, so we can also get the wrong interpretation and the wrong errors reading. Now most of the error associated with the stadia measurement are those that occur during the observation of horizontal angle and the differences in elevation. Specific sources of error in horizontal and vertical distances computed from observed stadia intervals are as follows. Error in stadia interval factor. This produces a systematic error in distance proportional to the amount of the error in the stadia interval factor. Error in a staff graduation. If the spaces on road are uniformly too long or too short, a systematic error proportional to the stadia error. That we also noted that we have to use that authenticated staff that should authenticately graduated and marked. Incorrect stadia interval. The stadia interval varies randomly owing to inability of the instrument operator. If our stadia interval is different from our midhead, then line of sight and angle are changed, and that change is very larger, and we can get the large error with compared to actual readings. Error in verticality of staff. This condition produces a perceptible error in measurement of large vertical angle. It is also produces an appreciable error in the observed stadia interval and hence in computed distances. It can be eliminated by using a staff level. Error due to refraction. This causes a random error in staff reading. The error in vertical angle. Error in vertical angle is relatively unimportant in their effect upon horizontal distances if angle is small, but it is perceptible if the vertical angle is large. Thank you friends. I hope you are enjoying this session and you are I hope I fulfilling your requirements of tachometric surveying. Thank you.